What's up, everybody? Today I am here with the long-awaited 2020 LEGO room tour. So as you can see, there is a ton of stuff to get into, guys, but first and foremost, 65% of you are not subscribed to the channel, guys. If you want to see more content like this, or if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys subscribe down below and drop a like. Now, today marks the 1-year anniversary since my 2019 room tour, so I figured what better day to do it on. As you guys can see, there's a lot of new, different stuff to cover in today's video. Now, if you guys want to see a separate video about how I make my streams and videos, let me know down below in the comments. I can make that a separate video on its own. But now that Anaxes is done, I figured there is no better time to do this video. I'm very excited, guys. Like I said, drop a like before we get started, and let's start right now with the 2020 room tour. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and get started with today's room tour. I'll start with where my room begins, with my door. On the very right hand side here, we have all of my various lanyards from conventions and events. So we have, for example, my BrickWiz 2019 badge right there. We also have the BrickWiz 2018, and most importantly, what I think is the Star Wars Celebration exhibitor badge right there, which is super nice. I do my car keys right here, and for some reason I have a display karambit for probably no reason, and just a bunch of other lanyards here. Now if you go over here, I just have my hamper for all my dirty clothes. That's just a bag of garbage, some storage here, a little suitcase, nothing too crazy in this portion of the room. There used to be a couple of shelves here, but I did end up getting rid of them just because I feel like I want to put something new here, especially for next year. So let me know down below, guys, what you think I should put in this part right here. But as you move into the room, you can see there's a bunch of stuff to get into, a lot of things in a relatively small amount of space. So first off, we'll start off right off here with this entire row of shelving. We have a whole bunch of TheBrickWiz cups. Now, these are essentially cups I either haven't gotten around to sorting, or it's just a lot of them in one cup, so I could really see it easily whenever I am sorting. So, for example, we have some 1x2 dark trans blue tile, which would be really useful for water. We have some dark bluish gray brackets right there, some 1x4 dark green tile on the top cup right there, and a whole bunch of other different things here. I think we have 3x, I want to say 8 or 9, so a bunch of cups right here. These aren't my only cups. I've gotten so many from going to the LEGO store, and I have a whole bunch of them in storage, which you guys will see in a little bit. As you move towards the left here, just some random sets. Honestly, I have some of the, I think these are the holiday GWPs. We have the Train, a 40-year anniversary set. We also have the 2018 LEGO employee set, which is probably one of my favorite prized possessions in my entire collection. And then 2 defensive crate sets, which I got for like $20 sealed, which is a remarkable deal. Just some stuff I wanted to put up here. I think for next year's room tour, I definitely want to put some like maybe posters or something up on that left side and move those into storage, but that's as far as this sort of top row of shelving goes. As you move down towards the bottom here, there's a lot of stuff in this one specific area. So first off, down here you guys can see that blue little bin right there. That's actually just for extra baggies and stuff like that for whenever I'm either sorting or selling stuff on Bricklink. Right here are 2 of my camera bags here. So this right here is my brand new camera backpack. This is what I've been using for all my shoots that I've been going on for my own professional photography freelance stuff. And here is just an old one that I was using before I made the investment into this one. So this one's actually really cool for a quick little part of the video for those of you who are into cameras and stuff like that. It's got a really nice storage. Actually, my stuff isn't in there right now, but you can see it has all the different pockets and stuff, which is super nice. Very comfortable for all my camera gear. I know it's safe whenever it's in there, so this is probably a really good investment. I think this maybe cost me like, I want to say $40 or $50, so it was a pretty smart investment. So with those out of the way, let's move down towards this section right here. These are just some drawer storage bins that I have. They're all stackable, so each of them comes separately, and I'm able to stack them on top of here. These bins are mostly for parts I have a ton of, except for this bin right here. This is actually all of the clone battle pack parts that I have yet to go through. I've been going through it a little bit, as you guys can see here. I'm taking out all the modified wedge plates right there, but you can see there's a bunch of stuff I still have to get into, which does kind of suck, but that's all right. Then as you move towards the other ones here, for example, you can see here we have a whole bin of tree leaves, which I will hopefully be using in some sort of mock in the future. These guys were on Pick-a-Brick for Mad Sheep, and then also also a couple other ways I got them. So that was super, super cool. Probably well over 1,500 of them in this one bin, which is nice. Now, the next bin right here is going to be mainly comprised of a whole bunch of masonry brick. You guys can see here, we have some dark tan ones. We have a whole big bag of dark red, and then everything else is just a light bluish gray and a very, very thick bin of that. So that's always nice to have. And then the last one we have here is just a bin of all my tan bricks, 1x2s, 2x4s, 1x4s, all that kind of stuff for any sort of mock that I may be making, hopefully very, very soon. And then above here, we just have some random assortments of random bins that I either haven't gotten to sorting yet, or they are sorted and just really aren't neatly stacked away. You guys can see I've already started to go through some other ones, modified plate cheese slopes, all that kind of other stuff, but that's kind of it for this portion of this area. Now, as you move towards the other side here, you can see this is sort of where my sorting gets kind of crazy, and it's actually really simple what I've been doing, and I'm not even entirely done. But you can see here we have tons of drawer bins, we have tons of storage bins and stuff like that. So first off, in this little corner, we have a bunch of the Walmart bins at like $1 each with just a random base plate right here. You can see here I've stacked the Walmart bins, and they all pretty much only have one part. For example, we have the water studs all the way on the bottom. We have 2x2 dark red tile, 1x2 modified brown brick, which are really useful for like wood houses or maybe even trees. On the top here, we have some 1x2 dark bluish gray tile, and then all my other extra bins right up here just for extra storage. Now, as you move under the table of Anaxes, which I will get to in a little bit, we have more of these bins right here, and you can see I've gone through and labeled a whole bunch of them. I've actually never even sorted kind of up until this point, so I've been trying to sort as much as I can. So for example, we have all my dark bluish gray mountain slopes right there, all my wedge plates right there, light bluish gray brick, and I'm essentially doing this for all of them. And now, as you guys can see, there are bins that aren't labeled or even have anything in them just yet, so I'm still in the process of going through sorting all this stuff, which has been taking a very long time, but it has made my life easier. Knowing where my parts are is super, super nice. As you move towards the left here, we have again just some more Walmart bins. You can see we have some of those balloon or car pieces, however you want to describe them. We have a whole entire bin dedicated to vegetation with the 3 leaves and the bamboo. And then we have all my minifigures right here. So we have all my Imperial minifigures right there. I think the next bin is probably all my Phase 1 clone troopers, and then the Rebels and Resistance, and then a bunch of the Barris Offee capes that I've gotten from the Jedi Clone Battle Packs that I've gotten in the past. So this is like the very beginnings of my storage area. I have been working a lot in my basement in the storage room down there, and I've got to say I'm probably going to move a lot of the stuff down there permanently, which is going to be nice, going to free up a whole bunch of room. But until then, this area for my storage is going to have to work for a little bit. Then as you move towards the top of the table, this should be no surprise to many of you guys. This is my Lego Star Wars Fort Anaxes build from the Clone Wars. If you guys haven't checked out the video about it that I've made, I'll leave a link on the top right of your screen right now in the card. Definitely go check it out. Very briefly, this is a 7.5 by 4.5 foot mock right here. I started this project roughly a year ago, and it took about 30 weeks or so, over 250 minifigures, a bunch of vehicles, over tens of thousands of bricks. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I figured this is a better time for a room tour because this thing is done right now, so it really makes the entire room look complete. So that's like my favorite part of the room, obviously having this big display to look at whenever I wake up or I'm gaming or editing. I also forgot to mention this bad boy. I don't know how I forgot to mention this one, but this is the Lego Star Wars UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, or the Devastator. This was generously given to me by Lego and Beyond the Brick, so thank you to you guys. And then the case here is given to me by iDisplayed. I've done a couple of review videos for both this case and others. Definitely go check that out. Overall, this is like the greatest display piece in this room. This is my favorite set. I'm really happy I was able to get such a beautiful display case for a beautiful set, and it really just brings the entire room together, in my opinion. And then back over here towards the table on the front side, we have some like cube storage areas. This is less so Lego a little bit. Over there we have my essential oils diffuser, and then we also have my alarm right there. On the bottom we have a whole bunch of books for school and stuff like that. And then we have some more Lego sets that I just really don't have room anywhere else for. We got a couple of the Vader transformations down there. We have some Legoland stuff right there with another Pick-a-Brick cup. We have my laptop right there with the charger. We got my Apple Watch and another random Lego set, and then just some other smaller things down there. Now, as far as what's like underneath the table behind everything, it's just more Lego. More of it's actually unsorted, so it's kind of why I don't see it right now. But I've really decided to utilize this entire under area, at least for me to visually see where my parts are, because that's probably the easiest part for me, is able to walk inside my room, look at my bins, and I could read, okay, that's a plate, okay, that's a dark bluish gray slope down there bin, so that way I know sort of where everything is when I do need it. Now, directly behind all of this stuff is my closet, and believe it or not, the closet is actually packed with more fun stuff and not just clothes. So we go ahead and open it right here. Now, to get the boring stuff out of the way, I do just have separate coat racks and hangers and stuff like that for my shirts, jackets, sweatshirts. All these 4 right here, I just have essentially my clothes, so there's no reason I'm really going to go into any of that stuff. But as you move towards the top here, you can see we have a lot more stuff geared towards my channel and my hobbies. First off, I have continued my sorting areas into here as well in the closets. You can see modified bricks, dark bluish gray brick, Technic brick with pins, dark orange, all this kind of stuff. I am working on getting more bins in here. That way it's a little bit more accessible to me whenever I am indeed building. Now, actually, a lot of my bins that used to be here are currently in the basement as I'm getting ready for my next little project I'm working on. So this would normally have more bins up here and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy to worry about. As we go upwards towards the right here, we just have 2 shelves of just Lego sets that I've come to really enjoy either building or like to see more of, essentially. So we have the Nutcracker. We have a really cool R2-D2 I was able to get at Star Wars Celebration when I was down there with Rebel Lug, signed by Jens and Caesar. Caesar was the designer of the Tantive 4, which I do have up there. That box was signed by both of them, and Jens, I believe, is the creative director of Star Wars Lego for like 20 years. So that was super cool meeting them. Then we also have the Porg. How could you forget the Porg? We have some Pisana Speeder Chase sets. We have the Swoop Bike set. We have the brand new Kylo Shuttle, which I love. We have the 20th Anniversary Slave 1, and then all the way back there we have Anakin's Pod Racer 20th Anniversary as well. And like I said, the Tantive 4, which is one of my favorite builds and favorite minifigure sets of all time. And then we have an Overwatch set that was actually my first video, I think, for Beyond the Brick, which was really cool. Going back towards the middle here, these 2 shelves are dedicated for essentially all my camera gear that I've gotten over the past, I want to say 4 or 5 months. This is the camera that I'm filming on right now, the Canon EOS R, and then I'm also using a wide-angle lens. Here is all the equipment. Here is all the boxes for the equipment. Just a quick tip for those of you, if you do have camera gear, make sure you keep all of your boxes because they have the serial numbers and stuff like that. But here we just have all my equipment. We have the Speedlight AI, we have my long 7200 lens, a couple of prime lenses, stuff like that for those of you camera nerds. We have my big battery back here. We also do have my GoPro right here, which is nice. I might actually incorporate more of those into my videos. So essentially these 2 go hand in hand. They both have all my camera gear, which is pretty important to keep. And then the last part of my closet, which I actually really enjoyed, is the Funko Pop collection. Now, all of my Funko Pops used to be up there, if you guys remember, but you couldn't see anything other than that first row. So what I wanted to do this year was arrange them so you could actually see some of my favorite ones. So first off, we have a whole line of the Solo line of Funko Pops. We have Han Solo, Chewbacca, Lando, and Kira. Then up top we have the Rogue One collection with Krennic, Vader, Death Trooper, and Scarif Trooper. And then on the very top we just have some Funko Pops from the sequel trilogy. There are more underneath it, but these I kind of feel like are some of my favorites that we have so far. And then on the very top here we just have the other ones that I have yet to have room for, anything like that. So I wanted to definitely display at least these guys for you. But that is sort of my closet. It's mostly Lego, less so clothes. It's the only place for my clothes in my entire room, but I definitely think I made a good use, an effective use of this entire area. But now that that's out of the way, let's close the closet doors and get back to the rest of the room. The least exciting part of my room is my bed. It's just a bed, nothing too crazy, although there are some cool things here. I still get to find a picture frame and a way to hang this up. This is an exclusive Ahsoka poster that I got at Star Wars Celebration when I went to the Clone Wars panel and trailer reveal. I was also there with GF, which was such an amazing experience. And then we also got the Jedi Fallen Order poster, which is nice, with some really cool pins, which looks dope. I want to get these 2 hung up right there somewhere, but until then, I thought I'd just put them on my bed to show you guys that I have them, and hopefully by next year I'll have them in a really nice display case. But then the rest of my bed goes pretty unnoticed. I mean, it's just a bed. It's a nice bed. It's comfortable, so that's good. Now back behind the wall of Anaxes, we have a couple of things here. We have one of my first ever Star Wars posters. I actually built this set for my Scarif 1 version mock right there, which was nice. So we have that exclusive poster. We also have the one from Force Friday from The Last Jedi of the Battle of Crate. And the last thing here, we have a big shadow box for my Cooperstown game when I went down there and played, which was super fun. So we have my bat with all my stats. You guys could read it if you want to. All my home run balls, a hat, some really cool pins. One of the greatest experiences of my life that I will forever cherish. And then the one part of my room that has rarely changed at all is the gaming / editing setup. Guys, this is probably very close to a dream setup if I'm being entirely honest. So there's quite a bit to get into. For those of you who are like camera geeks, I don't know the entire specifics of my setup. I know this is an Acer 144Hz monitor. This is an Asus 60Hz monitor widescreen. I use this one for primarily whatever I'm doing, and this one's like for Discord or for chat notifications, stuff like that. But now something I've actually had in my room since last year, but I never actually got to work, was my standing desk. As you guys can see, it's pretty far up the ground. Now, for those of you who don't know, I do have some back issues, so this certainly helps with those issues sometimes wherever I want to stand up or something like that. So the desk does go up and down, which is really nice. So if I'm after streaming, you know, sitting on my stream for 3 hours, I want to come back upstairs, edit a video, do some homework, I could stand up, which is nice, and then use the little comfort foot mat right on the bottom to make it a little bit more comfortable for me. But as far as like what stuff's on my desk, we have a really cool Funko Pop scene of episode 4 in the junk area. We have my phone right here, wallet, then my Samsung remote for my audio bar right there, which was just banging some tunes. We also do have a really cool ceramic R2D2. We have Alexa, say hi to my video. What? Okay. Alexa, say hi to my video.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alright, well, that's fine. And then all the way back here, we have my computer, which is obviously sort of not the most beautiful thing to see. On the right here, we just have some other things. We have Febreze, my water bottle. We also have scissors just in case. And then we have my one award from Brick Fair, North Carolina, and then my nomination from Brick World, which is super cool. Hopefully I can take a dub at Brick World soon. Right here are my headphones. These are Razer headphones. They are wireless, which is really nice. We do have my Blue Yeti microphone attached to a boom arm, which is nice, so you can obviously move it and stuff like that however you need to. On the top here, we have my Samsung TV. I've actually had this TV for quite a long time. I rarely use it. I might start using it for chat. Maybe if I could put my game up here, you know, my stream, OBS stuff like there, and then like my chat, I think that'd be super cool. But I wanted to make this area more exciting to view and to learn about, so I did go through the process of adding some cool things right here, which I thought were really nice. These are essentially my favorite Funko Pops, and obviously that's not a Funko Pop on the top. The top is a 20th anniversary dropship set from LEGO that I bought while at Celebration, and I actually got everyone at the LEGO booth to sign this set, everyone who was playing a role in getting LEGO, and myself and the rest of the Rebel guys there. So that was super cool. We have Jens and Caesar and all of like the producers and marketing team from LEGO who was there, which is super cool. So that's just like a little cool memorabilia token. And we also have Bib Fortuna. We got Porg, we got a Vulptex, we got a signed Ahsoka by Ashley Eckstein Funko Pop that I think Daniel Barwigan was able to get for me while I was waiting for my Tantive 4. So thank you, Daniel, if you're watching this video. We also have a Christmas C-3PO and a Christmas Darth Vader up there. Just some really cool display things to look at, you know, if I ever have friends over or something like that. Now, below the desk is pretty simple. Like I said, we have that mat for my feet, a fire extinguisher, my garbage, and then just a subwoofer for my speaker. But I guess I'll just show you guys, like, on hand what it's like doing the desk. So on the right hand side here we have like the control panel. The number 2 is actually the setting for what is right now. All I have to do is click number 1, and you can see here the height will be going down and all that kind of stuff, so you'll be able to see a lot more of the entire setup. This uplift desk is a very good desk. I'm very fortunate enough to have it to support the weight of everything here. I actually really like the idea of it standing up, so we're just gonna leave it standing up for now, I think. And then I guess the last thing to talk about as part of my gaming setup is the super comfy gaming chair, which is super cool. We have my New York Derek Jeter jersey, sweatshirt hanging off the back, nothing too crazy. It's pretty comfortable. It's very nice. Well, I think that just about wraps up everything I have to talk about in today's video. I hope you guys gained some insight as to how I sort, how I edit, how I do all that kind of stuff. Like I said before, if you guys want to see a separate video about how I make my live streams and videos, let me know down below and drop a like. But I hope you enjoyed today's room tour. Down below in the comments, guys, let me know what your favorite part of my room is. As I said before, I don't have a separate studio, so all my Lego, all my gaming, all my editing, everything has to go into one room. And maximizing my space has been a challenge, but I think I'm definitely getting used to it and being more effective. But also down below in the comments, guys, what do you think I should add to my room? Of course, I do plan on doing these once every at least year, so hopefully we can get some new stuff by 2021. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, drop a like down below, and of course, guys, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this, and we'll see you later. Take it easy. Peace.